Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Knight Rider by DJV. I don't know if you heard that, but Rocky just snorted or something. Anyway, we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Additionally, we have thermos in the grid. So starting from the bulb, thermos strictly increase. They can't repeat digits. So if this was, say, a 2, this needs to be bigger than 2. So we could go to 3, we could go to 4. It just has to be bigger than 2. Now this one has to be bigger than the 4. So this would force us to do 5, 6, because 6 is our biggest number. But that is one valid way we could fill this thermo. There are other valid ways. Additionally, we have anti-knight. So if a knight in chess moves, let's say this was a knight on a chessboard, right? It could move to one of 8 places, and it's always 1 in one direction and 2 in another. So we could move here, we could move here. I'll just highlight them all at this point. And these. So it could move to any of these purple cells, because you notice all of these are, you can think of it as a taxi distance 3 if you want, if that means anything to you. But it's 2 in one direction, 1 in another direction, or 1 in one direction and 2 in another direction. You can think of it in several different ways, but that is where a knight could move. Now, digits that are a knight's move apart, say these two, or the green and any of these purples, may not contain the same digit. So if I put a 2 here, none of these purple digits can be a 2 now. Just like in a row, column, or box, it excludes 2. It also excludes 2 from this pattern around it. So hopefully that's clear. Definitely don't forget that rule. I'm sure it's important. And there's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. My phone went off right as we started. Okay. How do we want to get started is the question. Often with thermos, you want to think about 1s and 6s, because 1s can only go on a thermo, 1s can only go in bulbs and 6s can only go in tips. So for example, none of this can be a 6. So 6 is in one of these two. 1s, I'm not seeing where 1s would be super restricted, but we do need to put a 6 down here, and that's in one of these two. Oh, sorry, I completely did that wrong. That's in one of these two. You were probably very confused or yelling at me at that point. 6 is in one of these two for sure. Okay, so I think we need to use a knight's move formation. This is a really common one that's very good to know about. So let's think about this here. I'll make them green even. Actually, let's make them 2 different colors. Let's make them green and purple. So the green one, what does it see by knight's move? Well, the green does see this one by knight's move. So I'm going to actually make this green as well to represent green sees that by knight's move. It also sees this cell because it's in the same column. When I use the word see, I hope that you understand what I mean. It just means see is like just a way of saying they can't be the same digit because they see each other. It's just a common terminology there. Now this purple one, it sees this cell by knight's move, and it sees this cell because it shares the same column. Notice these overlap. So no matter where this 6 goes, we're not allowed to put a 6 in either of these. If I put a 6 in either of these cells, it eliminates 6 from both of the other cells. You can see that Sudoku Pad's actually recognizing we have anti-knight in this puzzle, and it's doing that. If you don't want it to do that, in fact, I will do that in this case, you can change the conflict checker to classic Sudoku only if you want to do the knight's move stuff yourself, or you can turn it off, of course. And then in this case, it's only seeing that it's only reading this 6 for the column. It's not seeing the anti-knight. So that is your choice. Obviously, you've already solved this, so that would be for the future. But anyway. What that means, what we've learned here, 6 is in one of these two. It means that these can't be 6, and also these can't be 6. So we're going to put a 6 in one of these two. These eliminate from these as well, but we just got pointing here, so that's not super important. So there's a 6 in one of these two. So this formation is also quite nice. Excuse me. Wow. This formation is also quite nice. It sees all 3 of these, and I'll leave it up to you. Here, let me highlight it here, purples and greens. No matter where this 6 goes, it's always going to see these purples. And I'll leave that up to you to figure out why. Maybe a little puzzle for you if you don't immediately see it. But these cannot be 6. So 6 is one of these, which isn't amazing. However, it does mean that this can't be 6. Because no matter where this 6 is, they will see this one. And so in this column, actually, this has to be a 6, and we get our first digit. And the reason for that is this can't be 6 because it sees all of the 6s in this box. These can't be 6 because of the thermo. This can't be 6 because of the thermo. And this can't be 6 because of these 26s. So 6 only goes here. All right, we get a digit. And this 6 sees here by Knight's Move, so that's a 6 and that's a 6. I don't see any other Knight's Moves going on here. But where does 6 go in this column? I saw that these 6s line up. And so if these 6s line up, that means that we want to look at the column they aren't involved in. Because this box and this box, the 6 is already present. And the 6 can't go here for a number of reasons. So this is 6 for the column. Okay. Now we have most of our 6s. We just need to resolve these ones, which I don't see an immediate way to do so. Okay, so what do we want to do now? I am noticing 1 in this column is in one of these two. I don't know that that is useful at this point. I'm also noticing that these two bulbs see each other. So at best, these are a 1-2 pair if we want to make them small. But that doesn't seem problematic. 1 in this row is here or here. Okay, what am I supposed to see here? This can no longer be a 6, so we can go 5, 4, 3. So I don't know, maybe I should start penciling. I think I've done as much as I can without penciling. So this can be from 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. This ends in 6, so that doesn't actually help this one. So this is also from 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. So 5's in one of these two, I suppose. So what does that do? So that's that same pattern. That means 5's are here. But this can't actually be a 5 because that would make this a 6. So 5's in one of these two. It means we can't put a 5 here, but I don't know if that's helpful. You can kind of see it. That this sees it by Knight's Move and this sees it by the column, but I'm not sure that that's worth. I'll put a 1, 2, 3, 4 here just in case it comes in handy. But okay, I'm wondering if something like 3, 2, 1 isn't viable, because that does force this to start at least 2, but it would see this 3, so we'd have to go 2, 4, 5. It seems to work. Oh wait, no, this cell C. Oh no, sorry, never mind. I was misseeing that. Whoops, this does not see here by Knight's Move. That would be King's Move. All right, is there anything? Well, I guess we need a 5 in this box. We can do that. Making complicated things out of simple things. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. I am going to start penciling like crazy. That can't be 4 and that can't be 1 because of the thermo. Oh, so 5 in this column? No, 5 in this column is one of these two. I don't think that's super useful. It does mean this can't be 5, interestingly. I don't know that that's helpful. Okay, so this can't be 5 and that can't be 5 and these can't be 5. Oh, wow, that's kind of nutty. I have no idea if I am doing this the way I'm supposed to, but it's fun regardless. So let's go over this slowly. Actually, first let's mark up where 5 can be in this box. I think that'll help first. This 5 sees these two, but it also sees this one. We also can't put a 5 here, because if we put a 5 here, we need a 6 on the end, and it can't be 6 for many reasons. So 5 is in one of these two. So I guess we could mark 5 down here as well if we want. But the key here is, I guess it's actually it's easier to see it this way than this way. I was seeing it this way, but now that I've marked it up, it's actually much clearer. 5 is in one of these two in this column, because it can't go on this thermo here, because this is max 5. So 5 is in one of these two, and these both by Knight's Move see this cell. But we could also use these two. These two by Knight's Move also see this cell. So however you want to do it, well, this sees it by row and this sees it by Knight's Move. This can't be a 5. So that places this 5 and places this 5 and places this 5. This 5 sees here by Knight's Move, so this is a 5. In fact, the oh no, sorry, we had the 5s here, not here. I'm going crazy. Okay, so this 5 looks in, this 5 looks down. That puts a 5 here. And now our 5s are done. Okay, so what do we do now? 1 is in one of these two. And again, especially in Knights puzzles, it's really important to mark what you see because of all the Knight's Move formations that happen. So for example, these 4s, they do take 4 out of these two. We explained that earlier. So 4 is only over here, which normally I wouldn't mark, but like it can be helpful. Like if this is 4, then that would have to be 4, which seems okay, but it does point things out like that because this 4 sees this one and this one. All right, what are we doing here? I suppose I could write 1, 2, 3, 4 here. This can't be 4, and this can't be 1. So 1 in this column is in one of these two, which means neither of these can be 1. Ah, interesting. Because it's, again, it's this formation here. It skips 1 and takes them out of these two. So if 1 can't be in the bulb, then this is at least 2. So this is 2, 3, and this is 3, 4. This sees here by Knight's Move as well. Oh yeah, that's a 2, 3, 4. So we do need a 1 in the column, which goes here. Okay, so we need a 1 in one of these two. So these see this one. This can't be a 1 anymore. So this is the one for the column. Not helpful, Thermo, but whatever. That places a 1. That places a 1 here, which takes 1 out of both of these. So this has to be a 1. That takes 1 out of here, so that has to be a 1. And that has to be a 1, and we're done with 1s. Nice. This can no longer be a 2 because of the Thermo. This is 2, 3, or 4, but I'm not seeing anything. Oh, what I am seeing is that 4 is down here, so this can't be a 4. So these 4s here do take 4s out of these two, so this can't be a 4. Let's fill 2, 3, 4 here as well. This is also 2, 3, 4. This is 2, 3, 4. Okay. Does that help me? I'm not sure. Oh, this can't be a 2. Does that help? Yes, this can't be a 2 because of the Thermo, so that puts a 2 here. So these are not 2s. Okay. So I need a 2 and a 6 here. So this can't be a 2 because 2's in one of these two. So they both see this one. Oh, the 3, 4 pair does make this a 2. That's much easier. So this is not a 2. I'm almost thinking we should color the 3, 4s at this point, because I am seeing that these two are different. Or sorry, yeah, these two are different. So these two are the same, which makes this the same, is it? That's different. So that's the same. That's different. Okay, let's make all of these one color. These are all the same digit as each other, and then we can use green to represent the other 3, 4. And see what we can get from that. This one's green. Actually, I'm not seeing anything to do with that. These are from 3, 4, 6. This cell here. This cell here sees this 3, 4. It's the same formation. This can't be 3 or 4 because they're both limited here. So this is a 2. This is the green 3, 4. This is 3 and 4, and that makes purple a 4. So purple is 4, and green is 3. These are not 3s. This is a 2 and a 4. 4 is purple. This is 6 and 2. 6 and 4. And before we say we're done, let's just finish coloring our 3s and 4s. There we go. All right, well, cool puzzle, DJV. It took me a bit. I wonder if there was something simpler I was missing about the interaction of these thermos. I mean, I did get through it, but I used a lot of Knight's Move formations. So I'm wondering if that was your intent or if you had an easier way through. Do let us know in the comments, or let anyone who, if you solve this in a more straightforward way, do let me know. But I had fun doing it this way. So even if there was a simpler way, hopefully this was enjoyable for you. And of course, if it was, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.